Get ready to drop the puck, take a free throw, and step up to the plate. It's time for the Metro East Sports Podcast on lineupmedia.fm.
From the Lineup Media Studios, welcome to the Metro East Sports Podcast, season number 2, show 47, recorded Monday, December 13th, 2021. Thanks to partners Cassens, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, Callaway Home Loans, Keller Williams Marquis, Jeb and Ginger Blasting Game, Integrity Spine and Joint Center, Front Office Fiduciary Network, and Oak Brook Golf Club. We're talking all things sports in the Metro East. I'm Dave Leip, and you know who makes the show. It's the guests every week. This week, guest number 3, recognizing our latest charitable champion, Chad Opel, from Front Office Fiduciary, will be here, recognizing from Civic Memorial High School, Parker Scottberg. Guest number 2, from Edwardsville High School, 3A Cross Country Male Runner of the Year, Ryan Watts. And guest number 1, we've got the triumvirate. From Waterloo High School, we've got 2A Runner of the Year, male, Joe Schwartz. We've got female 2A Runner of the Year, Danielle Mudd. And we've got the coach of the girls 2A Team of the Year, back again this year, Larry Huffman. But before we talk about sports, I want to recognize the tragedy which occurred on Friday night. A tornado swept through the area, and at recent count, Coach, you said that you read 6 lives were lost in the Amazon warehouse here in Edwardsville.
Yep.
So, tough deal, and we know that a lot of families are suffering in the area. I know that there was a former student from O'Fallon High School who was lost. So our thoughts are definitely with those families who are suffering this terrible tragedy just Friday night. Okay. 3 things you can do to help the podcast. Number 1, subscribe. It's free and you love it. Number 2, follow us in all of our social media formats, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and check us out and subscribe to us, please, on YouTube. And number 3, if you have a story idea, please email me at mespdave@gmail.com. Okay, welcome to the show. Coach Huffman, Danielle Mudd, and Joe Schwartz. Thanks for making the trip, Bulldogs.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Glad to be here.
Thank you for having us.
So should we start with a race? I don't think there's any distance that I could beat any of you 3 at, right? Can we race for, maybe like a 10-yard dash for a donut? Would I have a chance in that one, Larry?
You might. I'm not a very good sprinter.
I'm pretty sure you just called me fat, but anyway. All right, let's start with you, Coach. Congrats on another great year with the girls' cross-country team at Waterloo.
Yeah, it was an awesome season. We have a young girls group, and we started off kind of quiet and a lot of shy girls that didn't really know each other, but as the season went on, we had a lot of fun and a lot of success.
Your team is really young, really, really young.
Yeah, we have in our top 7, we have all freshmen and sophomores except for 1 junior, so we're bringing everybody back.
A great season you had. You were conference champions. You finished just behind Muscuda at regional and sectional, and then you were the top placing team at 2A at state. You feel like your team peaked at the right time at state?
Yeah, we had a great race. Throughout the season, we always face Muscuda and a lot of the conference schools, so we got to know them really well, and it was fun competing with them. And Coach Latham, we give each other a hard time a lot, but we both make each other better because each race we knew who to look for and try to improve.
And Darren does a great job. He's been on the podcast too. All right, let's switch it over to the kids. Welcome, kids.
Hello.
How was school today?
It was good.
Was it good?
I'm preparing for my finals.
This week, right?
Yeah.
Are you stressed out?
I'm not terribly worried about it.
Are you running this week, or are you taking the week off from training?
We're back. We're training every day now.
Okay. How many miles a week are you doing right now, Joe?
50, 55, around there.
55 miles a week right now, off season.
Well, maybe 55 is a little too high, but yeah.
All right, Joe, let's stay with you for a second. Second place at the regional, fourth place at the sectional, and 16th place at state.
Yes, sir.
Were you satisfied with your season?
Yeah, I think I ran as fast as I could have at the times that I did, so I'm happy with it.
Did you improve throughout the season?
I did. I was around 15:30. First, when was that, Larry? When was Belleville?
Middle of September, early September.
And then I got a PR at state. So yeah, I was definitely happy with it.
So your state was your PR
Yep.
for your career.
Yep, that's right.
Good for you. At your best when your best is needed, so congratulations to you. Okay, Danielle Mudd.
Yes.
Third at regional, second at sectional, 53rd at state. Were you pleased with your season as a whole?
Yeah, I was really happy with the improvement that was made over the season, but there's still a lot of room for improvement. But for sophomore year, I'm happy with it, yeah.
Okay. What about going forward for you? What are you, because you're only a sophomore, right? You got half your career left. What's your vision for your career moving forward? 2 more years.
I definitely want to break 18, and anywhere in All-State is a very big goal of mine. And then I definitely want to try to get a scholarship for college.
So you want to keep running?
Yeah, I'm not sure where yet, but anywhere that I can keep running.
Are you interested in cross country, track, or both? Does anybody just specialize in one of those anymore? I feel like everybody who runs cross also runs distance and track, right?
Yeah, I think so, but I would want to do both.
Okay. How about you, Joe?
Yeah, me too. I want to keep running in college if I can, somewhere.
Okay. All right, Coach. Got a lot of success again this year for a second year in a row, at least since I've been doing the podcast. Waterloo has come up again in cross country, in the distance running and track also. But to what do you attribute this success?
It's a lot of things. When you get a nice group that's really looking forward to practice each day, it just makes running easier because not necessarily everybody chooses to run. A lot of people are like, that's kind of something in the way of other sports. But when you get a good group that really enjoys running, it makes the practices a lot easier and they push each other. So it's been a lot of fun. There's really no problems with attendance. Everybody was ready to go every day. So it was just great to see the improvements.
My personal opinion is that running is not that terrible. Like when I was your age, I didn't mind running.
I agree.
As a fat adult now, I'm not crazy about running. But when I was your age, I didn't mind running. But what surprises me is how much so many kids hate running. That's what I see. You guys don't hate it though, right?
No.
No way.
Why not?
I would say it just
What do you love about it? I mean, you have to love it to run as much as you do.
It's so rewarding.
What's reward? Explain.
Everything about it. That sounds like a catch-all, but it's really true. The races are rewarding during and after. They feel amazing whenever you've done the best you can, and you know it, and all that you've put in leads up to it, and it just feels great. And the practices feel good. Showing up every day, doing everything you can, it'll make you better for that race day, and then that great feeling that occurs then. I don't know what else I'd do without.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, some of these tennis kids I coach, if they know we're gonna run, like I've had kids quit. Like if we're gonna do a time, 1.5 miles or something like that. I mean, I've had kids like, they hate it so much. They act like it's such torture to run, and I just don't get it. And then when I talk to cross country kids and they just love it, I think it's great. I think it takes some mental toughness and some discipline.
Absolutely.
I think the sport is founded on those things, and it's not the only sport that has those things, obviously, but I have a lot of respect for it. How did you get into it, Danielle?
Well, actually, it was my 5th grade year. They just were like, anybody want to do cross country? And I was like, well, I guess I can try it. So I went out and
Who's they asked? Was it a PE teacher?
it was my
okay.
PE teacher, and we only had like 5 people on our team. So we did one meet, and I guess I kind of just fell in love with it. So like every track season, I would just get so excited. Like, that was my time. You could tell it was track season because I was on cloud 9. And just the feeling you get after the race, and I think it's more the people. Like, in other sports, there's competitiveness, but it's a different type of competitiveness. So, like, cross country, you support each other, I feel like. And after a race, I know, especially this year, we made friends with some kids from other schools. And after we would finish, we would go give them a hug or, like, congratulate them. And I think it's just a different type of support because everybody's going through the same thing. Everybody hurts at the same time, so we can support each other through that.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That was pretty good. That was very articulate because there is a lot of esprit de corps amongst cross-country runners. There's a lot of camaraderie, team to team, across the sport, amongst the coaches and amongst the athletes. And I've noticed it, and I don't know where it comes from, but I think you hit the nail on the head when you said that you're all hurting at the same time and you all feel the same thing. So I don't know. I think if I was running, I think I'd hurt a little bit more than you, but that's cool. I like the way you said that. How about you? How'd you get into the sport, Joe?
My whole family is run. My dad ran in college and high school. My brother, he's in college now. He runs. My sister runs, so naturally in 6th grade
You had no choice.
I guess not. But they all motivate me to run. In 6th grade, I started it, carried on. Here I am.
Coach, are you doing these workouts with these kids? You look like you could run with them. Are you still running the workouts with them?
Yeah, I tried to. Each year gets a little more challenging. Sometimes I get little injuries, but I love doing the workouts with them because I feel like I can understand how they're feeling. Like if I need to change the workout based off of how I feel, if I'm feeling really tired, then they probably are too. So running with them and just getting to know them and finding out their goals and just how their day's been on a 6-mile run, you really get to understand the athletes better.
You're talking to them on a 6-mile run?
Definitely.
You're sharing stories on a 6-mile run?
Yeah, everybody's always shocked when we talk about, hey, the other day we did 8 miles and we were chatting about this and that, and everybody's confused why you can talk. But when you can get to that point, that's when you can really enjoy the running.
Man, see, I'm always that old crusty coach saying, if you can talk, you're not running hard enough. But I got it wrong, huh? Maybe if it's sprints, maybe you don't chat during tennis training sprints. Maybe you can run on the distance runs. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, if they're racing 5 to 6 minute miles, when we go on what we call a jog, we're doing 7 to 7:30 minute miles, which might seem fast, but to us, it's kind of our cruise control.
I did run cross country one year in high school, and it was a disaster. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I tried my best, but I just wasn't cut out for it. But anyway, it turned into a good tennis career for me in high school. So I'll stick with that. All right. How about diet? Are you guys eating special foods to get the most out of your body? Or you? Danielle's looking around the room.
I eat Oreos.
Seriously? That's not the worst thing.
That's
but
good.
Besides that, are you eating clean, or does it matter to you, or what?
I try to, especially during cross-country season, but all around, like, not so much soda, just stuff
There you
that
go.
I know makes me not feel good, I stay away from, and obviously trying to stay hydrated and keep a good, clean diet.
I think sleep too, man. Right?
Well, sleep's definitely important. Some of them, I try to tell them, don't be up at 11, 12, 1 in the morning. The sleep is very important.
It's the phone too. Put the phone away and then you can sleep. You give them that sermon too? I give them that all the time.
A lot of times it's the video games.
It's the screen for sure. Okay, this is my favorite game. All right, kids, describe Coach Huffman. What's he like to run for? Joe, you're first.
In a couple words, a sentence.
You tell me, man. You got an essay? Let's hear it. You got a haiku? Whatever you got.
I really enjoy being around him. He's pretty funny. He's pretty fast.
Can you beat him?
He's sometimes.
It'd be a good battle. Would be.
That's good. I got Jordan Johnson, Edwardsville High School wrestler, in trouble. I made him say which coaches he could beat, and then one of the coaches took him down in the parking lot, sent me the video. I'm not going to say who, but I think maybe you guys need to race again. It sounds like he's getting kind of cocky over there, Coach.
He's getting better and better, and I'm getting older and older.
So he's funny. He's fun to be around, organized, and works hard.
Oh, he's my best friend.
Seriously. Good for you.
I like being around him a lot. I'm always doing stuff with him.
Good. Good for you. All right. Danielle.
He's really supportive, and like he's always the one that's cheering for you at all your meets, and you know you're going to see him at least like 5 times throughout the race. So definitely supportive and just a great coach.
Sounds like you got to be fit to even coach this sport, to be moving around the
Oh, definitely. You don't
course.
just stand at the finish line and hope they're doing well. It's great to pick your spots and try to cheer them on and motivate them a little bit. It makes the race more fun, too.
Are you nervous during races, Coach?
As I've gotten older, I've gotten a little less nervous, but every race is different. As the end of the season comes, you want them to feel that feeling of success, because I remember that first time I made it to state, it just felt like the coolest thing ever. So my main goal is that they just have that feeling of qualifying for something.
Cool. What's it like coaching these two? Your turn.
Oh, super easy. We talked about discipline earlier. In order to be a good cross-country runner, it's not just the running part. It's school and the decisions that you make. You have to be disciplined in so many different things, and both of them are amazing at that. Like I've got Danielle in class right now, and just the effort she puts in her work is equivalent to what I see in cross-country, and I think in order to be great, you have to always be thinking, how can I be good at not just running, just everything.
What's it like having Coach in the classroom? Is he the same, or is he tougher and out on the cross-country course?
He's a little less crazy. So
In the classroom?
Yeah.
Very good. So crazy is a word that had not come up yet, Coach. What do you mean crazy?
He just,
Crazy in a good way, right?
Yeah, in a good way. He just I don't know, he's like, I don't want to say like a kid, but he gets along with us like he's our friend.
It's good rapport. He's a player's coach.
Yeah.
Well, you're getting the most out of your runners, Coach, because the success speaks for itself. Conference championship, great finish at state. These kids are having a great year, and the future's bright for you guys. You got a bunch of girls coming back. You got Joe coming back next year. I feel like next year you're going to be strong again.
Yeah, I think we have tons of room for improvement. We've got a young squad, and there's some 8th graders that are coming up too, and our junior high coach does a great job preparing them also. So the future's bright right now. I think they have a lot of potential.
How closely do you work with the junior high coach?
Oh, we talk a lot. We go on runs. He's also a guidance counselor in the high school. So we talk to each other a lot, and I help out at his meets. So, yeah, we're definitely good friends.
Are you hands-on with his training? Do you make suggestions to him, like consider this workout, that kind of thing?
We talk a lot about running in general, but I think that his education on running is so high that I wouldn't question like what he's doing, because I already know he's doing a
What's
great
his
job.
name?
Taylor Sebestic.
And how long has he been there?
He actually got hired the same year that I did, so we've both been there 9 years now.
Oh man, it makes a huge difference. You know, all the good coaches that I have here, they've all talked about how important it is to have that feeder program.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, they've had a lot of success and gotten some state trophies the last few years, so it's definitely great to have them come up and just understand running in general.
That's good. Well, it's the second week in a row we've had someone from Waterloo on the show. Of course, we had Angie Crawford last week with all the success that she had in volleyball, and you guys had a great season too. So Waterloo really had a good fall.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, the volleyball program did awesome. It was great to watch how successful everybody was in Waterloo this year.
Brett Ivers had a good year with the girls tennis team in the fall, I noticed.
Yeah, he had some state qualifiers, and I think they're coming back again next year.
Yep. You guys getting ready for track?
Yeah, definitely.
How is the season different for you
The track season?
versus the cross-country season? The obvious thing seems to me that it's less miles. Do you change how you train?
Yeah, I think we do more speed-oriented stuff, and rather than in cross-country, we do more distance, so we can build up our endurance for longer, I think. but there's more people in track, so you get quite the variety of teammates, which is fun.
Uh-huh.
But for me, it's just completely two different sports. Like cross country, you get the scenery. Track, you get the track. So
I like it. In cross country, you get the scenery. In track, you get the track. That's well said. How about you? You looking forward to track this year?
Absolutely. I think my training is pretty similar up until we're getting going racing. Then we'll do some faster repeats. But, yeah, it's about the same because some races I'll be doing the 2 mile, or some days, sorry, I'll be doing the 2 mile and maybe the mile, and maybe a 4x4. So it'll account to the same thing. So I think the training's pretty similar, and the season is it's definitely different. We've discussed, me and Larry, which state we like more. We settled on cross-country state, but I think track state's right up there still.
Track state's pretty cool, man. I've seen video of, like, all the different events and the fans. That's really cool. I mean, that cross-country race is obviously really cool, and you had a fantastic top 20 finish this year, so good for you. You know, I'd say whichever one you're running, you got to love, though, right?
I think it does change every season.
Yeah, for sure. What's your goal this year for track?
Keep improving. I'd like to get a PR in everything that I race. I'll mainly focus on the mile, 2 mile. I'll be doing the other races occasionally as well, but just try and get a PR in everything I can. Just run to the best of my ability every race that I get.
All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for making the trip from Waterloo. I appreciate it. Larry Huffman, Waterloo girls cross-country coach, 2A MESPY winners. Danielle Mudd, 2A MESPY winner, girls cross-country runner of the year. And Joe Schwartz, 2A male cross-country runner of the year. Thanks so much, guys.
Thanks a lot for having us.
Having us.